Let's see what else the Arranger timeline has got to offer for us to work in. The clips here, you want to be able to move them around, copy them, etc. And the way you do that is like in all DAWs, you just either drag them to move them, or you option drag them to copy them, like so. And then there's the duplicate command, which is option D, and that will duplicate the entire selection you made, so that includes empty space. So if you don't want that duplicated, just select the clip and do option D. Okay? Option D works for a lot of things in Bitwig Studio, also multiple clips. Let me just give these a different color. And you see option D works for multiple clips also. And sometimes you want to duplicate after an empty space. So if you select that, if you get that into your selection, then option D will result in copies after the empty space, like so. Okay, going all the way to the right of the arrangement view, there are these icons. Let me just go ahead and delete all this stuff and go back to what we had. This first icon is for absolute snapping. When I drag or copy a clip around the arrangement area, it's going to snap to a point on the arrangement timeline. See, it's like there's a magnetic force pulling the clip to a certain point on the timeline. Now, things would be different if I would be zoomed in a lot more, because there's more detail in the grid, you see? In between the grid lines, I can just freely move around, but as soon as I come close to a grid line, it snaps right to it. Okay, so that is absolute snapping. The one next to it is called relative snapping. That is turned on by default too. And to show what it does, I'm going to go edit this part of a clip. I'll show you how I do that in a later video, but let's just say this one is not snapped to any grid line. The start of the clip is clearly in between these grid lines. And, you know, in many cases, if not all, you actually want to keep that relative position to the grid lines when you copy or move a clip, like so. So now this distance is still the same as this over here. So if I want to do that again, this is not on this grid line, not on this one. And if I copy it, it keeps that distance. And usually that is what you want, so that is why it's on by default. That last one is called Snap to Objects. Let me just turn the other two off so I can show you what this does. I'll zoom out a bit. And I'm going to drag the clip around, and as you can see, I can freely move it around. No snapping to whatever, not to any grid lines, until I reach the end or the start of a different clip, or an object as they call it. So I can freely move it until I reach the end of the other clip, and it snaps right to it. So now ends and starts of other clips are going to be magnetic, and nothing else will. No grid lines until I turn on this again. So the start of the clip is right there. If I want to drag the other clip around, like so, until I reach that start point of the other clip, and there you are. So those are the three snapping settings. Very important, you'll see once you start making an arrangement. And I guess just leaving these first two on by default is easiest. That'll enhance your workflow, and the last one only when you need it. So I guess that's all for the Arranger timeline. Let's move on to the next video and talk about the track headers.